Hello everybody, welcome back to another Rockabilly guitar lesson with another request, actually requested by many people. It's 16 Chicks by Joe Clay, the flip side to Ducktail, which you can also find on this channel here. And it features also Hal Harris on lead guitar. It was released in 1956 on the Vic label, and it's just a great Rockabilly song. But before we start, I want to correct myself. In the last lesson, Blue Days, Black Nights, I said that the song was recorded at Bradley's barn, which was not right, and somebody commented right away and told me rightfully that it was recorded at the Concertat because the Bradley's barn didn't open until the mid-60s. And I provide a link to the whole story down in the description below. And I also want to thank Ian, James, Joe, Johan, Kyle, Mark, Michael, another Michael, and Zachary for becoming my first patrons. Thank you very much for your support, and you helped me a big deal to put out more videos than ever. And if you want to become a patron too and join the party and get access to tabs, gem tracks, and exclusive videos like the intro to 16 Chicks, please join me on Patreon, and also the link is in the description below. I also have many more things planned for the future, but I'll tell you about it in the next lessons. Now get this lesson started here. Here are the two solos for 16 Chicks by Joe Clay as played by Hal Harris. 16 Chicks is in the key of F, and that's why I have the capo here on the first fret, because otherwise it makes it really hard to play all that finger picking stuff. F is not my favorite key to play finger picking style. Both solos are played over a 12-bar blues chord progression, so I will always play 2 bars at the time, and the first 2 bars sound like this. So you're grabbing an E chord here after the capo, and in the bass you just play the low E string and the D string. You want to mute the strings to get the percussive sound with your right hand, just behind the bridge. And in the melody you just play the E string, and that goes for the first 8 bars. And with your pinky, you grab the 3rd fret E string, and sometimes you play the open E string. So let me start with the first bar. Open E string, then the 3rd fret together with a D string, both E strings, and then there's a pull off here from the 3rd fret to the open E string. And at the time when you pull off and you hear the open E string, that's the moment when you want to come down and pick the D string. And then the second bar, a little easier. Again, the pinky here on the 3rd fret E string. So the first 2 bars sound like this. And the next 2 bars, very similar. Then the chord progression moves to B flat or A. Yeah, if you just count the chords here after the capo, grab an A or A7. With my index, I don't do anything. With my middle finger, I grab the 2nd fret of the D string, and with my ring finger, 2nd fret of the B string. So you have the pinky free as well, and that can play the melodies here on the E string. So in the next 2 bars, again, the pull off. Oops, one more time. And in the bass I just play the E string as the root note to alternate between A string and D string. Yeah. Back to E, and this is essentially the same as in bar 3 and 4. Then the chord progression changes to C or B if you count the chords after the capo. And I think he just holds the middle finger onto the 2nd fret A string, because you can hear the open D string ringing at times, which essentially makes it a B minor chord, but it works here. And another pull off, I don't know if it's intentionally or not. So it sounds something like this. And you can play all the pull-offs, or if it's too difficult you can leave it out, but I would always suggest to try to learn them at different places so you have more weapons in your arsenal, more licks to play. It's very good practice. So one more time, the 2 bars for B7 here, or C in the key of F. And then back to E. Here the pinky is on the B string in the last bar of the 12-bar blues progression. So let me play the first solo slowly for you. The second solo starts with the same lick played over 3 bars, and in the 4th bar you play the same notes again but with a different rhythm. And to make it more interesting, you want to start at a low level and then you raise the volume to build up some excitement, yeah? So it sounds like this. I can't play too loud, otherwise my neighbors will complain. So but you can do it, especially in live situations. So you just want to go back and forth between the B string, 3rd fret, and the open E string. This would be the first bar. And in the bass, again, just open E string and 2nd fret on the D string. Yeah? And you get louder. And in the 4th bar, different rhythm, like this. One more time, the first 4 bars. I think I got faster as well here. Then the chord progression changes to A or B flat if you in the key of F here, which we are, that's what you hear. But you want to grab the A chord again and you play. So you go back and forth between the 3rd fret high E string and the 2nd fret on the B string. One more time. And in the bass, again, A string and D string. Then back to E, yeah, or F with a capo. And you want to start the next bar on the G string, yeah, on the 1, together with a low E string. And this is the 1st fret, which you get automatically when you hold down your E chord here. So the next two bars sound like this. A little slower. So it starts with the G string here, then E string, B, B on the 3rd fret, open E string, and open B string. So let me play bars 4 to 8 from the second solo. Then the B7 again, just the middle finger on the A string. Very easy. And then back to E. And here you want to play the E string, open B, B on the 3rd fret, open E, and back to the 3rd fret B string. Sorry, 3rd fret at the end, yeah? So here's the second solo slowly for you.